Asian Development Bank plans to invest $5 billion to support Uzbekistan's economy in the next 5 years. This was reported in an event on Assessment Matters, Lessons from Uzbekistan. The event shared evaluation experiences and lessons learned from the ADB's activities in Uzbekistan over the past decade. Details from my colleague Dilrabo Atajanova.
ADB's Independent Evaluation Department assessed the effectiveness of Uzbekistan development operations and provide feedback to improve the strategies and operations. The event discussed the role of these assessments on decision-making in the government of Uzbekistan. What's role the evaluation data can play in the government decision-making?
Evaluation can help the government make informed choices. They would have the right data, they would know what works and what doesn't, and would really help them to move forward in the right way if they had this kind of information. So one constraint is that it has to be written in a way that is constructive rather than just saying what is bad or and be more positive. The other is to make sure that there's capacity to do evaluation. Of course, there's always going to be arguments on whether or not an evaluation is valid. And capacity, as we saw here, is still a work in progress in Uzbekistan, as it is in many countries, but there's a lot of movement in that front.
So, okay, what's ADB's project can say about the evaluation process in Uzbekistan?
Projects in Uzbekistan are doing relatively well. The success rate is above average relative to other ADB projects. The challenge is that the country is growing very rapidly and the priorities here are changing very rapidly, and ADB has to adapt its support as the country changes its priorities.
What does the independent evaluation project of ADB Uzbekistan can say about it, and what could be done better, and what is already good?
So this exercise of independent evaluation is multifaceted, so multi-layered. So they start from looking at the single projects, and then they go up to the whole country portfolio, and then they go all the way to actual sector. So we have quite a bit of a large number of projects in Uzbekistan that have been completed. So this evaluation has brought up what worked well and what could be better.
Overall, the report provided a positive assessment. For the entire active period, ADB invested $12 billion in Uzbekistan. The bank mainly invested in transportation, energy, and finance. However, the efficiency and success of projects in which the bank invested began to decline. For example, if in a period of 2016 to 2018, the success of project covered almost 90%, then in a period of 2020 to 2022, it dropped and made up 67% of the effectiveness. In addition, the ADB plans to invest about $7 billion in economies of Central Asian countries in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, ADB plans to invest $5 billion in Uzbekistan economy. And as noted during the panel discussion, the next 5 years, ADBs will select the field of education as a priority and focused on it. ADB is committed to achieving prosperous, inclusive, resilient, and sustainable Asia and Central Asia, while sustaining its efforts on every sector of country's economy.